So here we have the Nissan Qashqai 1.2 Tekna on a 17 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of the car, you'll see we've got reversing sensors. This car's also got reversing cameras as well, which I'll show you when we're inside the car. Loads of boot space along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat, and the boot space can be increased by removing these trays completely, and as you can see you get quite a bit of extra space in doing that. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then we'll hop in and run through those controls. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's in lovely condition the whole way around. Looks really good in this colour as well. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get full leather seats, as you can see. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now we're inside the car. We're going to start off with the dials. On the left hand side we have the rev counter, and on the right hand side the speedometer. At the bottom in the middle you can see the total miles for this car, which are 526, so very low mileage. Also on the right hand side there is the fuel gauge, you'll see. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side we have stereo controls, and on the right hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, as well as the ability to answer and end phone calls as well. Of course, that is once you set up your phone, and that's done on the central screen just here. But before we come back to the phone, I wanted to talk about the parking cameras. So you can see one being displayed on the screen at the moment. When I've pressed that camera button, which is what I've done, it's brought up a bird's eye view image of the car, so a 360 view essentially, and a front facing camera. If I press the camera button again, we get the front facing camera and the front passenger side wheel. And if I put the car into reverse, we get the rear camera and the front near side wheel, or we can have the bird's eye view camera up on there as well if we wish to, just by pressing that button. And it gives us, as you can see, many different variations up there. On top of that, we've got the music on this car. So if I hit the radio button there, you'll see that we've got FM radio, AM radio and DAB digital radio. On top of that, we've got a CD player, auxiliary input and USB input, so plenty of ways to listen to your music. And on top of that, once you've paired up your phone, you can also stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio as well. This car also has satellite navigation. There's a full video showing that working on our website and on our Facebook page, which is well worth checking out. Below that, we've got the dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Fan speed in the middle here. Once you're happy with those settings, you can turn the air conditioning on, or you can hit auto and the car will maintain those temperatures for you by taking control of the fan speed itself, which you can override at any time you wish to. This car also has a proper heated front screen as well as the heated rear screen. Under that we have a 12-volt charging socket and an electronic handbrake, 6-speed manual gearbox, and then underneath the central armrest we have driver and passenger heated seats, and within the central armrest a second 12-volt charging socket and the auxiliary and USB inputs that I mentioned previously. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.